All right, let's review division now. Let me factor the top. I'm going to have x plus 7, x plus 10. The bottom, I have x plus 7. Now, because it's division, I'm going to change it to times. I'm going to flip the second fraction. So I have a 5 on top. At the bottom, let me factor an 8. So I have x plus 10. Let me cancel this x plus 10 with this x plus 10. Let me cancel this x plus 7 with the x plus 7. So I get 5 over 8. I'm going to type that as 5 over 8. We get number 18. I have x minus 1. For the bottom, let me factor that. I'm going to get x minus 2, x minus 10, times, I'm going to flip the second fraction as x minus 2 over 1. So I cancel the x minus 2s. So I get x minus 1 over x minus 10. I'm going to type that as x minus 1 over x minus 10. All right, let's review inequalities. The value that makes the top equal to 0 is negative 5. The bottom, the value of x that makes the bottom equal to 0 is positive 2. On my numbered line, I'm checking my 3 sections made by negative 5 and 2. I choose a value from the first section. Any value. I'm thinking negative 6. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative. Negative 6 minus 2 is negative. A negative divided by a negative, is that less than 0? No. Let me choose a number in between negative 5 and 2. Let me think of 0. 0 plus 5 is positive. 0 minus 2 is negative. A positive divided by a negative is less than or equal to 0. Yes. Let me think of a number bigger than 2. I'm thinking of 3. 3 plus 5 is positive. 3 minus 2 is positive. Positive divided by positive is less than or equal to 0. Nope. So my section that works is negative 5, positive 2. I use a bracket of negative 5 because that comes from the top. That's what makes the top equal to 0. I use a parenthesis for the 2 because that's what makes the bottom equal to 0. Now let's take a look at this other one. My values I'm checking are negative 6 and negative 5. That's what makes the top and bottom equal to 0. So let me check anything less than negative 6. I'm thinking negative 7. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative. Negative 7 plus 6 is negative. A negative divided by negative is less than or equal to 0. Yes. Let me think of anything between negative 6 and negative 5. I'm thinking negative 5.5. Negative 5.5 plus 5 is negative. Negative 5.5 plus 6 is positive. A negative divided by a positive, is that greater than or equal to 0? No. Let me think of something bigger than negative 5. I'm going to think 0. 0 plus 5 is positive. 0 plus 6 is positive. A positive divided by a positive, is that greater or equal to 0? Yes. So my answer would be from negative infinity to negative 6. That's the first section. Because there's a gap in between with a capital U, I'm going to unite from negative 5 to positive infinity. Infinities always have parentheses. Have a bracket on negative 5 because that's what makes the top equal to 0. And my inequality has that or equal to part.